super blurry, I can't tell. That helped nothing. Where am I? I got a scary story to tell you, and buckle up. Oh yeah, I got this set up. It's okay, it's not this. So this happened like a billion years ago. Like 10? Almost 10? 9 years? Damn, I'm old. Shut up, Wormon, you're old too. The cats were trying to get into that room. This box has moved. It was the aliens. Yeah, it was like 9 years ago, and I don't know why I'm waiting until now to make a video. Because I got this dumb show thing, and I'm out of ideas, and I kind of been wanting to make a video like this about that. So yeah, this was in like 2012. I thought it'd be cool to just share the story of what happened. Full disclosure, I don't think I saw aliens or anything, because I don't think any of this is proven to be that. It's Digimon! Stop it! But he's my partner, so I talked to him. I'm gonna give him a little chair to go next to this desk, and it'll look like a fucking stupid talk show. There's probably way too much light. That's why this looks like shit. And my camera. But yeah, I kind of saw what I think is the same thing, like 3 times. I forget the span of time this happened in. It was like summer of 2012, or late spring. I think it was like midsummer of 2012. I used to work at a chain of stores that's very much like Walmart and claims to be the original Walmart. It's probably bullshit. It's called Meijer. It's like in the tri-state area. And I worked on midnights stocking groceries and shit. And one day, I somehow got into work early enough for this all to happen, which is really weird because I never do. So maybe it didn't happen. And I was walking in the parking lot towards the building, and my manager was standing outside smoking and shit, and he was facing the parking lot. So I walked up to him and turned to face the parking lot too, and I don't know what the fuck we were talking about, because this kind of supersedes the whole goddamn thing. He's saying something to me, and I notice, like, just in my field of vision in my left eye, there's this really bright thing. And my first thought is a fucking asteroid's coming to hit us, because it was bright orange, and I just stop him mid-sentence, and I'm like, what's that? Also, I didn't really do much of an intro, I just yelled at Wormmon. So I forgot to mention I might do recreations of it, maybe, with hit film too. Good structure, but yeah, I stop him to ask whatever that thing is, and we're both just kind of staring at it, because it's off in the distance. It's really low, too. That's why I thought it was an asteroid. Like, I thought it was just pointed at us, coming towards us, and it was so fucking bright. I have a shitty picture, which I can show. And in the picture, you could see, like, you can kind of see a light at the bottom of it, like sort of rays coming in, or something, I don't know what it's called. You could tell I'm near a street light in the parking lot, and this thing's still, like, outshining that. It's still showing up. It's a really crappy picture, though. Because everybody says, why didn't you take a video? And you know what? I figured I might as well get a picture, since everybody doesn't do that, was the point. I wanted to have some kind of, like, proof or whatever. Anyway. So the thing's coming at us, like, clearly. It's getting closer and brighter. And as we're watching it, looks like it starts to kind of do this. That's how I knew, like, we weren't about to get just fucking railed by an asteroid. We're just watching it like, okay, well, that explains nothing. What the fuck is just gonna fly at us like that? And then it kind of gets over to the parking lot area, and that's, I think, right around the time I took the picture. All of a sudden, it just kind of swerves up pretty quickly, and then just doesn't really take off suddenly, but it does pick up speed, and just goes up. Like, straight up. It almost did it at like a 90-degree angle, because it was like this. This isn't a flying saucer, it's just flat and it's a cap, but it did this. And then I just stood there watching for, I don't even know how long, couple minutes? Not even, no, because it didn't take that long to, like, leave. But I watched for about a minute, and it just left. It was gone. Just kind of faded from view. Once it got high enough, it's just, alright, can't see it now. It was fucking weird, and it shocked me for a long time, and even though I didn't believe it was aliens, I was all afraid. I thought, like, the Men in Black were gonna come and show up and tell me I didn't see it, even though that story's all complete bullshit, started by some crazy asshole. The whole start of that legend involves a guy claiming they telepathically talked to him while he was in bed, and told him all kinds of secrets. But you know, it must have happened. Somehow that legend took off. Slenderman is seriously more believable than that shit. And I was there when Slenderman was created by the aliens. Or shut the fuck up, get back to the story. But I was so, like, shocked by it for so long, even though I didn't then and still don't really believe it was aliens. Like, it could have been a lantern, some kind of, like, Chinese lantern or something, or some kind of, like, airborne lantern that caught a draft. But it was doing, like, the way it was flying around and how quickly it was able to just take off, I guess. Like, that was, I don't know. Leaves just enough for me to be like, what the fuck? Also, it kind of had, like, a weird red light on top. You can even tell in the picture, as shitty as it is. I don't know how well my video is going to render, because I suck at everything. But there was a really bright orange light, and then there was, like, a pretty clearly defined red light on top of it. Which is kind of, sort of what lanterns look like. But this thing was bright as fuck, though, so I don't know. Good. And then I saw it, I don't know how much later it was, but it was at least the same type of thing, because all 3 times it was the same, like, seemed to be the same brightness, and was definitely the same colors, and it had the red, like, well, that's why I said colors, Wormmon! I'm sorry, you didn't correct me, because you're a plush. Don't tell him that. The second time, though, I was doing laundry in the middle of the night at this apartment complex I lived at, and the laundry building was separate from my apartment, and I think I was, like, getting stuff from the dryer, so I was walking across with, like, an empty laundry basket, and it's, like, really late. I think it was 2 a.m. or something. It was one of my days off, and I was up. Like, I'm always up through the night. Which is perfect to get fucking abducted! No, it's not. I'll always be awake, and I'll see them coming, and I'll hit them with this. It's not batteries. Oh no! But I'm walking to this building, and I see the light again. This time, like, it's out of the right side, just barely in my field of vision, and I'm like, fuck! Like, I was just getting over how, like, freaked out I was the first time, and I see this goddamn thing in the middle of the night, and no one would have noticed if I got taken away by it this time. There was nobody there. Last time there was my manager, and I guess apparently a bunch of other people, he said, noticing this thing. This time, someone would have had to have been randomly looking out their window in the middle of the night. Because it didn't make any noise. There was never any noise these 2 times. When I was, like, right near it, I would have been able to hear it. It was calm and quiet. No noise from it. Nobody would have noticed me getting anally probed. I would have. So I go in and I'm like, fuck it, I gotta get these towels. I don't really want to stand here watching this thing again, especially alone. And the whole time I keep thinking something's gonna, like, run past the window or walk in and get me. And it did! It was a chupacabra. Chupa chup. Actually, no, I just got my towels. And then I walked back and it was gone. But I was like, great, my hands are full, I'm gonna have a hard time unlocking the building door and my apartment door. Oh well. And so then I was freaked out again for a while, because now this thing was back. Whatever the fuck it was. Somebody's releasing lanterns or something? I don't know. They're flying pretty low and quietly. I'll get to theories or something. Should have structured this, because I'm gonna forget. And then the third time I saw it was lame. I was heading to a friend's house in, like, a nearby town. I was just driving down a busy road, and it just floated overhead. By this point, though, I was so done with being freaked out by it, because nothing ever came of any of these sightings. I had no missing time or anything. Nobody else seemed to ever report it in the news or anything, which is really weird, because it was definitely newsworthy, but then again, I don't watch news. Because, fuck all those broadcasters? And fuck papers? So maybe they did. I don't know, but I did report it to, like, a UFO thing. Like, there is some actual legitimate UFO researcher team, like MUFON or something. I tried to find the one that wasn't crazy. There's one somewhere. Yeah, I did report it. But, like, this third time, though, I was just over it. I saw it float overhead, and I'm like, alright. Whatever. It's just you. Okay. I'm gonna go hang out with my friend now. I couldn't text or anything to, like, tell him to look up, because I don't like playing with my phone when I'm driving. And, like, with my luck, would have fucking crashed. I don't think I had my phone with me the second time. Because I was just going to get laundry. I wasn't expecting anything. It's like, just walk outside. There's no bogeys. So why bring your phone? You should keep your phone on you at all times. Especially in Southeast Michigan. Really. Especially in the middle of the night. In a non-gated apartment complex. What the fuck was I thinking? Screw getting abducted by aliens. You get fucking kidnapped. Damn, I'm dumb. Yeah, that was the 3 times I seen this thing. The second and third time, all it did was float by out of view. Especially when I just fucking went into the laundry room and didn't watch it anymore. Third time it was going over a road in kind of an area with a lot of trees. So once it disappeared into the trees, that was that. I did kind of try to look once I'd made a turn and like then parked at my friend's house, but nothing. Didn't see it go up or anything. I don't know. This was around 10 too. So the first time was around 10:30, I think, because that's between 10 and 11 is when my shift started, PM. And then the third time was also similarly timed. And then the second time was like more middle of the night, like in the AMs. So 3 random ass times, only 1 light each time. And I think this was in the span of a month or 2. Yeah, it was at least a few weeks, at most 2 months, and I don't think it was 2 months. So if it's like lanterns somebody's releasing, what the fuck? And what's with the timing? And what's with my fucking hair, Charmy? Is just so random to happen. And then like the first time, what kind of updraft just took that sumbitch straight up? Like it didn't just go whoop, it curved. Like it did something a plane I guess could do. Would still really be pushing it, but it didn't like go warp speed when it left. It just sped up, almost like something was kind of picking it up, or it was more like it did kick into gear, I guess. I don't know. I'm no expert. I just seen a weird ass thing a few times. Oh, what the fuck I was doing? But back to theories. So, we always get, like, unmarked black helicopters and shit that like to fly around. You know, just to add to paranoia, fuel conspiracies. I'm gonna get demonetized. I can't get monetized. I don't have enough watch time. I only recently got enough subscribers, Wormmon. Get out there and shake it more, you fuck. I'm sorry. I will. So, I mean, there is, like, military presence around, and, like, whenever I used to go up north on, like, family trips to this, place in the Upper Peninsula, because Michigan just has 2 fucking states that don't even touch. It touches Wisconsin and Canada and other things, but not Michigan. Yeah, let's make a video about that bullshit sometime. So anyway, in the Upper Peninsula, I used to go to trips, places, and on the way to, like, the Mackinac Bridge, which connects the Upper and Lower Peninsula, there'd be all kinds of, like, military convoys. And then I was in front of a military convoy on the way to work, like, kind of away from the downriver area. Crab battle. I don't know what the fuck that was about. So the military is just moving around Michigan from time to time, and there are, like, unmarked helicopters, to the point that someone else actually took a picture and posted it on Facebook. The same day, like, I was seeing it. Like, okay. Yeah, we lived in, like, the same complex, and yeah, there was just a unmarked black helicopter flying around. I wonder what the fuck that was doing. This was years after the sightings, though. 2015 or 16? Yeah. So, I'm just saying we do have, like, military presence. So if things are getting tested here, it's not out of the realm of possibility that something was actually being tested. I know what it wasn't. People have tried to tell me I saw Venus. Like, yeah, Venus just materialized in view, bright as fuck, with 2 different shades of, like, orangish red, and it swooped around in the sky 3 times. Well, hovered. Second 2. It flew around in the night sky really quick. Sure. Second 2 times, it was more of a slow drift. Roughly, like, the same speed. But yeah, Venus doesn't do that. Nothing in the night sky does that. And then people tried to tell me it was probably a satellite. If that was a satellite, it's really fucking close. I mean, I might have thought it was a satellite crashing into us the first time, till it started weaving around, and... I heard someone. Someone's trying to get in and silence me. Anyway, so yeah, where was I? What the fuck? My brain's been scrambled by aliens. Get 'em, Wormmon! I think it's people outside. I think I left my fucking computer unmuted, so I'm hearing... I think it's Joel from Vinesaw streaming, and I just now fucking heard this. Noticed it. I hope it's not being picked up. I got this, which just ain't picking up shit. Yeah, so... It was doing things, it was weaving around and doing things that, like, nothing in the night sky would do. Not even planes. Planes just, like, kind of go across, even when they're really low. This seemed like it was lower than a plane taking off at times. It definitely wasn't the moon. It definitely wasn't any celestial body. It definitely wasn't a satellite. Like, my theories are basically some kind of lantern that somehow was just being released at random times. I don't know why the fuck it would. It's not a thing we do in Michigan. We don't just let off orange lanterns into the night sky, but somebody might have been doing it. I don't know. I think it was like something being tested though, because we do have military stuff around. I don't know where any bases would be, but that's probably the point, because they definitely travel through Michigan. Especially if, like, you're heading north, you definitely have a presence in Michigan if you're, like, the U.S. military, because you're not going to Canada unless you are to make aliens. Yeah, that's my story. Saw a UFO. I don't think it was aliens. That should go on the list of things I don't think it was. Because why the fuck would they come here and fly around? One thing worth noting, though, is that whatever this was, like the first time when it kind of started going straight up, it waited till it was over the parking lot with a bunch of people looking to do that. I actually realized that recently, because every now and then I'll forget, because I can forget pretty much anything major that's ever happened to me. Literally anything, and I've had some major shit, both tragic and not, where I'll just be like, oh yeah, that happened. Yeah, it was just something I was thinking of. I was like, hold on. It did wait till it was, well, wait, till it was over us, and then it went up. Like, what the fuck? That's almost something you would expect someone that knew it was watching do. Almost as if it knew it was being watched, or someone nearby knew we were watching it. If it was a drone, we would have heard it. Them shits are so fucking loud. Maybe it was, but it also... It would have to be like... It would have to be like 90% light to be as bright as it was? I don't know. It was quiet. It was insanely bright and really fast once it wanted to be. But it did seem to like know it was being watched, so who knows? I still think military. They test shit all the time. You know that microwave thing from Batman Begins that was gonna vaporize the water laden with poppy plant shit or whatever the Scarecrow was using? That was, I think Nolan said that was actually based on something the military was working on to try and microwave water supplies to really fuck the enemy over. So, I mean, there's shit they work on all the time. I don't know why they would work on a really bright orange fireball ship, but hey. I'm not the military. I just live in a state where they fucking frequent with their little unmarked choppers, and I don't know who has the unmarked choppers. It was like an Apache or something flying around, too. It was a big boy. And I think an AC-130 flew over once. I do remember seeing something like that somewhere. We've had all kinds of unmarked military helicopters flying around. And now I'm gonna get killed or attacked or something. People are gonna say it's a conspiracy. Demonetize my unmonetized channel. Fuck it, I just thought it'd be a cool video to share. And might be fun trying to remake this in hit film too, or maybe I'll fucking not do it. Cause it's gonna look like shit anyway. But that's what we make around here. It wasn't aliens, my camera just stopped. I didn't realize it hit 11 minutes of recording. It's hot as fuck up here. This is dumb. Bye.